You're watching Fishing Saskatchewan, brought to you in part by The Fishing Hole. Get hooked at The Fishing Hole. North Sask Farm Equipment, Highway 16 North Battleford. Come see us for all your recreational and agricultural needs. And Alumacraft, built by fishermen for fishermen.
Hey folks, welcome to another great edition of Fishing Saskatchewan. On today's episode, Smitty and I are down at Boundary Reservoir near Estevan, Saskatchewan to fish for largemouth bass.
Yeah, we're getting ready for the International Bass Fishing Tournament, which goes on Saturday. We're here a couple of days early. We're going to do a little pre-fishing and hopefully we can get a few things figured out.
Yeah, we got a lot of ground to cover. We've got a lot of patterns to cover. Smitty and I are really going to try to establish what these fish are doing right now. We don't make it down here very often, but it's sure a lot of fun when we do.
Yeah, I tell you what, we filmed here about 3-4 years ago. And it's been a long time since we came back, but in that time, we've actually picked up quite a lot on largemouth bass, and we're looking forward to putting some of that to use. If you guys have never been down to Boundary, you gotta come here. The bass fishing is absolutely incredible. We've got a beautiful day here. Weather is fantastic.
Let's get at it.
All right, let's do it. Well, that's a nice bass. Beauty.
It's a great fish.
Nice. Oh, he smoked that tube jig. First one of the day.
Yeah, that one just off an edge.
Yeah, you just working this a little bit of new growth weed here. We just came straight from the boat launch. We've only been out, what, 20 minutes?
Yeah, just found this bay and just kind of started working the shore.
Yeah, this is kind of one of the first stops. I thought we'd check it out on the way out here. Tried a couple different things and bang, there's the first one of the day.
Right on.
Nice 2-pounder, 2.5 maybe.
Cool.
Beauty. Get him back in the water. Oh, another beauty.
That's a good one.
Yeah, oh. Oh, did he inhale that? Look how deep he's got that hook in. Fat little guy. Beauty. Oh, look at that guy. Look at the gut on that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Look at that, Steve. Look at the belly on that.
Yeah, that's obviously feeding heavy, hey?
Yeah. That's a beauty fish. That's the biggest one of the day. And we're still working this first bay that we came into.
Yeah, not bad.
We thought we'd just stop and take a look on the way out to the main lake, and yeah, that's the third one already.
That was a little bit more of a slight take.
Yeah.
It was just a little pickup.
Sure that bump I had just a few seconds ago where I told you to throw in there, like it wasn't a real big hit.
There we go.
Have a look.
About 3/4 of a pound maybe. Looks like a big crappie, really.
Yeah, panfish, yeah.
Right on.
Good stuff.
We'll get that one back.
And it's just like I was saying, like you can see where that transition is.
Yeah.
I pitched it right up on the top and I watched him scoot up from underneath.
Oh yeah. Same thing, Smitty. I think we kind of maybe have a bit of a pattern going as far as location. Whoa.
It's a good one, Steve.
Oh yeah. There's only one place you can do this in the province. Right here.
Suck that in, eh?
Look at that. That's pretty. That's in close with the one you got a few minutes ago there.
That's a pretty good fish, yeah.
Nice, you just kind of lay him down like that. And there she goes.
Good job.
Awesome.
Double header.
Double header. We've got onto a pattern here. We kind of know where the bass are sitting in relation to the shore, so it kind of makes it easier for us to get in and target them.
Yeah, no, that's been a nice key. The other thing that I think we're keying on too, the worm that you were using was blue-black. I'm using a blue-black tube. That seems to be a good color.
Blue-black jig and pig probably work.
And especially with the stained water, like that's the perfect color for water. You know, we got just about zero clarity, so yeah, I think that's working. So he's gonna jump. There he goes.
That's a good bass, Smitty.
Oh man, I cannot pick him up quick enough.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, yeah, that is a nice one.
That's getting closer to what we're looking for.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good bass.
Yeah, that's a good one. Look at that. Wacky rigged worm right in the lip. Hook slips right out. Beautiful fish. I'm just gonna let that go. But you know what? That really illustrates the point. Something we should really talk about is when you're out with your fishing partner on a lake like this, that maybe you haven't fished a whole lot, you should really work in tandem with your partner. So, I mean, Smitty and I each have a wacky worm. We've got a spinnerbait. We've got a tube jig, and we've got a jig and pig rigged up. And what we're doing is, first of all, we established a pattern this morning by using different lures. We found out that blue was the hot pattern for today. And wackies are working in blue, jigs are working in blue, tube jigs are working in blue. What we're also doing is if one guy hits a fish, the other person will follow up right away with a different presentation. I mean, bass are very unlikely to hit twice on the same presentation. But if you throw, you know, if Smitty's working a jig or a tube and I follow it up with a worm, you got really good chances of getting that fish. So yeah, that's what I would do, work as partners, figure out what the fish are doing, establish a pattern, and have a way better day fishing.
Well, that's a nice bass, Steve. That's a good one.
Nice fish.
Nice pig, man. Big down. Atta boy.
Nice. Look at that, nice jig and pig combo. Right into the opening of the garage. That bass was there. It came. I bet you it came right out of that garage. And
it's a good fish.
Yeah, that's a really good fish.
Oh man, he just impaled that. Oh man. Ah, look where he's got that. Is that blue tube? That's been a real hot ticket today. It's actually a smallmouth tube, but pitching it and it's working well. Beautiful fish. And would you say, Steve, that's probably pretty close to the average fish that we're catching today?
Very close.
Yeah, that's a pretty good size.
Three or four over, 3 or 4 under,
yeah.
But beautiful bass.
Good fish. Right on. Beauty. Oh yeah, that's a big fatty. Good fish. Good fish. Jump again.
Yeah, that's just beautiful, hey?
Yeah. Oh, horse, dude.
That's a horse. That may be the biggest one. Yeah, I'd say that's probably got a half pound than any other fish we've gotten today.
And he is barely hooked.
So we can surmise from that we found a color pattern.
You know, I have to say, I mean, you know, the big jigs we're hitting on there, the tube jigs we're hitting on that color, the worms we're hitting on that color. Yeah, that seems to be what it is. Like, that's just such a good fish. I don't care where you go, where you're fishing bass, and this is our only bass lake. I don't care where you go, that's a good fish anywhere. That's a great bass, that one.
We're definitely into a few bass. We've kind of narrowed down the color. They definitely like the blue and black, and with the blue and black craw on there. But that's a healthy 3 pound, 3.5 pound bass, eh? Really nice fish. And when they hit, they just, they fly out of the water. Just tremendous fish. And only an Esteban. That's it.
Right under that dock. Beautiful. Beauty fish.
That's really nice.
Wasn't even hooked that good, but another gorgeous bass. And that's another thing that we're doing here. We're here pretty early in the season. A lot of times when you come here later in the year, there's lots of weed growth, there's lots of natural structure and cover for these fish to relate to. But right now there isn't a whole lot of weed growth, so we're using, man-made structures, anything that we can find, bent over trees, docks, working shaded areas and that type of thing. And that's where we're finding a lot of these. And that's another beauty. Just fat, nice fish. All right, thanks for joining us on another episode of Fishing Saskatchewan. We had an absolutely fantastic time down here at Boundary Reservoir. Estevan, we'd like to thank the Chamber of Commerce here in Estevan for putting us up, and all their members for making our stay absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, who knew Estevan, Saskatchewan, bass mecca of Saskatchewan and the surrounding areas. People are coming from North Dakota, they're coming from Montana, they're coming from Manitoba.
Yeah, this is a really, really great bass fishery. We caught tons of largemouth today, and we're getting really, really good size. I mean, it was just absolutely fantastic fishing.
We were trying to figure out a pattern for the tournament we're about to fish, and we found a pattern, and we caught lots of fish. And there's bigger ones out there, and we know we could probably get one, but 4.5 pounds, what a great time. You gotta try it.
Yeah, and I think for Saturday, I think we're set up real well, so we're really looking forward to doing that tournament this weekend. Should be a great time.
Well, thanks for joining us on another great episode of Fishing Saskatchewan.
Until next time, we'll see you on the water. Fishing Saskatchewan, brought to you in part by The Fishing Hole. Get hooked at The Fishing Hole. North Sask Farm Equipment, Highway 16 North Battleford. Come see us for all your recreational and agricultural needs. And Alumacraft, built by fishermen for fishermen.